How to fix menu freezing in ARC. Welcome back to Teknobalta. During our rigorous laboratory testing on high-end configurations featuring the Ryzen 5 7600 and Radeon RX 7800 XT, we isolated a frustrating issue affecting players launching ARC. Temporary, severe menu freezes lasting 1 to 2 minutes whenever accessing settings or server browser tabs. Teknobalta's analysis revealed that this behavior is tied to how the game handles asset initialization, shader compilation spikes, and background network queries during UI transitions. After running extensive diagnostics across multiple hardware tiers, we have mapped out a comprehensive 20-step troubleshooting guide to completely eradicate these freezes. Let's dive straight into the technical solutions. Step 1. Verify integrity of game files. Our testing showed that corrupted or missing game assets frequently trigger long UI hangs as the engine attempts to reindex files in real time. Open your Steam library, right-click on ARC, select Properties, navigate to Installed Files, and click on Verify Integrity of Game Files. Allow Steam to scan and replace any compromised data before relaunching the title. Step 2. Clear shader cache via graphics driver. Shader compilation bottlenecks during menu rendering are a primary catalyst for sudden micro-stutters and freezes. Open your AMD Software Adrenaline or NVIDIA control panel, navigate to Graphics Settings, and clear the DirectX and OpenGL shader cache. This forces the system to rebuild clean cache files upon your next boot, preventing execution stalls in heavy UI environments. Step 3. Update GPU drivers to the latest release. Outdated display drivers often conflict with Unreal Engine memory allocation routines used in ARC. Download and install the newest clean driver package using a utility like the in safe mode to ensure zero driver residue is causing background thread locks. Step 4. Move the game to an NVMe solid-state drive. Running ARC on a mechanical hard drive or a congested SATA SSD causes severe bottlenecking during menu asset streaming. Ensure your installation resides on a high-speed PCIe NVMe SSD with at least 20% free space to maintain optimal read and write throughput. Step 5. Configure high-performance power plan. Windows Power Management can throttle CPU clock speeds during sudden UI transitions, causing temporary stalls. Open your Windows control panel, switch to Power Options, and explicitly select the Ultimate Performance or High Performance profile. Step 6. Disable full-screen optimizations. Windows compatibility features can occasionally interfere with how ARC renders borderless and full-screen windows. Right-click the main executable file in your installation directory, open Properties, navigate to the Compatibility tab, and check the box to disable full-screen optimizations. Step 7. Run the game as administrator. Insufficient permission levels can restrict the game engine from writing temporary configuration and cache files correctly. Right-click the game launcher or executable, choose Properties, go to the Compatibility tab, and enable the Run this program as an administrator setting. Step 8. Adjust virtual memory and page file settings. Inadequate page file allocation forces Windows to stutter when the system memory pool spikes during server list queries. Navigate to Advanced System Settings, access Performance Options, and set a custom fixed page file size equal to 1.5 times your physical RAM capacity. Step 9. Disable background overlay software. Overlays from Discord, Steam, or graphics software hook directly into the game rendering pipeline and can conflict with UI inputs. Disable all active overlays in your third-party applications to prevent hook-induced latency spikes in the main menu. Step 10. Limit maximum frame rate via driver-level caps. Uncapped frame rates in menus can cause graphics processors to ramp up instantly, triggering thermal or power management hiccups. Set a global or profile-specific maximum frame rate cap matching your monitor's refresh rate through your GPU control panel. Step 11. Add game exclusion in Windows Defender. Real-time antivirus scanning of rapidly changing game cache files can lock directory access during startup. Add your entire ARC installation folder as an exclusion path within Windows Security or your third-party antivirus utility. Step 12. Perform a clean boot of Windows. Background services and third-party startup applications can consume vital thread priority needed by the game engine. Execute a clean boot via the System Configuration utility to isolate ARC from conflicting background software processes. Step 13. Reset network configurations and flush DNS. Server browser freezes are frequently exacerbated by delayed backend socket communications and stale DNS caches. Open command prompt with administrative privileges and execute the standard network reset and DNS flush command sequences. Step 14. Adjust in-game resolution scaling and VSync. High rendering resolutions, paired with mismatched VSync parameters, can strain the graphics pipeline during menu overlays. Toggle VSync off or adjust your in-game resolution scaling option to stabilize frame pacing across UI transitions. Step 15. Delete local configuration and profile cache files. Corrupted local profile configurations stored in the game data directory can cause persistent execution loops. Navigate to your local app data or game configuration folder, backup, and delete the legacy configuration files to force a clean parameter regeneration. Step 16. Disable hardware-accelerated GPU scheduling. HAGs can sometimes conflict with specific graphics architectures when handling sudden bursts of UI draw calls. Toggle off hardware-accelerated GPU scheduling within your Windows graphics settings and restart your computer. Step 17. Set processor affinity and priority via Task Manager. Giving the game process higher scheduling priority can prevent background operating system tasks from interrupting core rendering threads. Open Task Manager while running ARC, navigate to Details, and adjust the priority to High for the primary game executable. Step 18. Reinstall DirectX and Visual C++ redistributables. Missing or damaged runtime libraries can cause unexpected execution pauses when the game initializes interface elements. Download and install the latest combined Visual C++ redistributable packages directly from the official Microsoft portal. Step 19. Monitor thermal throttling and hardware temperatures. Thermal throttling on either your CPU or GPU can induce sudden downclocking during menu transitions, mimicking a hard freeze. Use hardware monitoring software to ensure your core temperatures remain well within safe operating thresholds under load. Step 20. Utilize launch options to force DirectX 11 mode. If newer rendering APIs present stability conflicts on your specific hardware configuration, forcing an alternative API version can bypass the freeze entirely. Add the appropriate DirectX legacy flag into your Steam launch options menu to stabilize engine behavior. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more.